Follow today's video if you want to learn how to make a really quick and simple design for Christmas. Welcome back to another tutorial. If you haven't met me before, my name is Sharon Dower and I'm the founder of the Sharon Dower online flower school that teaches you how to create gorgeous, fabulous designs. So if you haven't been over there and looked to see what's available, you need to follow the link in the description box. There are 2 brand new courses for Christmas. One course is aimed at very traditional floral design with 5 different arrangements to learn for Christmas, and the other one is more of a novelty advanced level course, which I'm sure you'll really enjoy. Now I'm going to do a set of videos leading up to Christmas 2024, and I'm going to start with this little wooden box which is meant to represent a Christmas parcel. And because I don't want to cover the decoration that's on the front, I'm going to do an arrangement that goes upright. But what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to try and do these as quick 10-15 minute videos. Doesn't normally happen for me because I like to talk too much. But I'm going to try and do quick videos so that I can do more arrangements leading up to Christmas to really get you inspired. And I'm thinking that I will use the same container twice or maybe 3 times to give you a different set of designs. But that might not work, but possibly give it a go. So let's start this arrangement today. Square box. It's quite an ornate box. There is this little luggage label effect or maybe Christmas tag here at the front that you could write somebody's name on, or you could write a very small message. I don't really want to hide that, so I'm going to go upright with this design. And my colour combination is inspired by the colours that the box is made out of. So I'm going to go white and grey, and first of all I'm going to go quite tall. My floral foam is sitting inside the box, and most of the material that I've got today is fresh, but one of the online courses that I've done used these silver little glittery pieces of fern. So this is an artificial fern. I'm going to add those in to pick up on the Christmas feel. And to link with the sparkly silver, I'm going to use 2 candles. And what I'm going to do with these is set them slightly off to one side, so it gives me plenty of room on the left side of the arrangement to go nice and tall. Is that the left or is that the right? It's the left, so I'm looking at it. So this side of the arrangement is going to have a nice tall thin arrangement, little bit of foliage in front of the candle, and that's it. Nothing too complicated, good for beginners. My initial placement is these gorgeous pussy willow. Now I've got supermarket and florist grade materials today, some from the garden as well. But what we're looking to do is go nice and tall, at least twice the height of my container. And I'm going to add probably 2 pussy willows, nice and tall onto one side. If you don't have anything like the pussy willow, think about a tall straight branch. Dogwood you might have in the garden, but ideally you just want to look at the shape and try and find something that's similar to it. And to go alongside, I've got some of the birch twigs that have a bit of a glittery silver texture on them. These ones are commercial birch, so I've brought these in ready done, but they're very easy to do. If you've got white emulsion, white paint, you can just paint a few branches from the garden and twinkle and sprinkle a bit of silver glitter over the front. And I'm trying to keep them away from the candles because we don't want to have a fire hazard there with anything catching fire. So be mindful of that, or just don't light the candles, or buy candles that are artificial because that will save you a lot of headache. Now my foam is below the level of the container, so it will be quite difficult to get pieces out in that horizontal position, but I can come out in a more relaxed shape. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to come out sides, front and back with 2 different types of greenery. This one is eucalyptus and it's got that nice grey tone which is going to pick up on the bottom. And I'm really skirting around the outside. I'm not doing anything complicated in these videos for Christmas. They're really aimed at beginners. And if you want to learn more technical skills, then you need to join one of those online courses. But I'm going to keep going just creating a bit of a skirt or a frill around the outside. And at this stage, I'm just on the outside of the foam. I haven't placed anything yet in the middle, because what I'm going to do is put my flowers in before I fill too much in the centre with greenery. Then I have this conifer, which is a beautiful grey tone. It's quite fluffy and soft, but it's very different in texture to my eucalyptus. So it's going to give me a nice contrast. And if you don't have grey tone foliages like I have, then any greenery from the garden, foraged or from the florist shop will work well. But if you are mixing greeneries, try and think about things that contrast nicely alongside one another, rather than look similar and fight for attention. So that's my outside edge. If I slightly tip it forward, you'll be able to see that there's not a great deal of material there in the middle, and some ground coverage on the bottom. And I'm also going to pop in these sparkly silver pretending pieces of fern, because that's going to give you that nice glittery Christmassy look. And what I'm thinking of doing before I photograph it, I might add one in on the base itself, so that we have a proper connection between the arrangement at the top and the design at the bottom. And try and remember, I've mentioned it once already, if you're lighting candles, you don't want to have anything flammable near them, because it will go up very quickly. So a very basic outline of a floral design so far. And then I've got some of these little eucalyptus gum nuts. Now, this is definitely a florist material. I've yet to ever see this in a supermarket bunch, but it's native definitely to New Zealand and Australia. So if you're in that part of the world, you might be lucky enough to have it in your garden. And there's one awful thing about it. It doesn't smell particularly nice when you cut it, but it's a gorgeous link with my colours in the bottom. And a new material for me for this year, and I've only just bought this from a garden centre, so you're very lucky that I've cut it for you to see. This is Calicarpa. This is obviously the white berry, but there is a beautiful purple berry as well. And I'm just going to use a few small bits on the opposite side to the berry that I've just put in, and that really gives me a little bit of grouping, bit of interest in texture. And with the shorter piece that's left, I'm just going to nestle him in more towards the front, and that's going to allow me enough room to put in my three main flowers. I've got three beautiful roses. It's a florist grade rose called Hypnose, and they have been reflexed, so I've bent the petals back on the outside. But the main issue with reflexing your roses is that they have to be quite old to do this method. It doesn't work very well when the rose is fresh, because the petals just spring back up nice and tight. So all you need to do is just use your finger and thumb to bend the outer petals back. But your roses do have to be a good few days old to get that really big blousy look. If you haven't got such a big rose like I have, then just think about using an extra group of roses. I'm only going to be using 3 in this one, but you could maybe use a supermarket bunch which has got 5 or 6 roses in it, and you're still going to get that lovely look. So really all I'm doing is making a bit of a statement with 3 big flowers. Could be a carnation, could be a rose, a gerbera. Whatever part of the world you're in, pick a flower that's easily available at Christmas. And if you've got a garden and you've got lovely flowers in the garden, then you might want to pick something from the garden. I'm just going to feed this in so that we've got a little bit of a focal line or grouping on one side. I'm just going to get that rose a little lower and slightly move them around until I'm happy with where they're going to be. And you've got quite a striking arrangement with very small amount of flowers. Admittedly, I've got lots of extra items to give me that lovely seasonal look. And just to finish it off now, I need some smaller pieces of greenery, tuck down low, cover my foam, and to make sure that's not going to dry out. And that will also help give me some recession, which is getting your eye into the depth and give you that 3-dimensional look. So what do we think? I aim to have that video done quite quickly, and I think I've succeeded. So that's my first of the Christmas designs. This is going to look lovely as a gift for somebody. It's classed as a front-facing design, so there's nothing of interest at the back. So it would be an arrangement that you would look at from the front. Simple, quite effective, and I hope it's something you can achieve for Christmas. Now don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to be told every time I upload a new video. Like and share, tell me where you're watching from because I find that absolutely fascinating. And I'll see you for the next video, either using this fantastic box or another Christmas design for you. See you soon. Bye for now.